Hi, my name is Rachael Boerma, and I'll be giving an informative speech on Forrest Gump. So recently, I watched my favorite movie for about the 10th time, Forrest Gump, and in my opinion, not only is it one of the greatest American movies ever made, but it's also extremely informative on American history, and it takes it in more of a comedic direction. I found most of my information from the movie I watched last night and on Weebly.com. I found out it was filmed in our southern states in the year of 1993, but was focusing more on the 60s and 70s. It takes serious issues surrounding that time and makes it more lighthearted and funny. For example, the assassination of Ronald Reagan, protests on the war, blacks attending an all-white college, the origin of Elvis Presley's famous dances, and bubblegum shrimp. But more realistically, the three I found more interesting was the hippie movement, Vietnam War, and the Watergate scandal. So with the hippie movement, Jenny was the main character for this. And it did actually occur in the mid-60s in the United States. They were mostly anti-war against Vietnam, and they created their own groups and were into drugs and partying, and that's more of how Jenny was portrayed. And for Vietnam, in the movie, Forrest Gump is about to give a speech on his feelings for the war, and the speaker system stops working and you never hear what he said. And this actually happened during the congregation in Washington, D.C., where the speaker stopped working when a soldier was about to give his feelings on the Vietnam War. And people believe the government officials were behind this because they didn't want the truth getting out to America. Forrest Gump was enlisted in the Army, where he was sent to Vietnam, and it was one of the most controversial wars because people didn't really understand why we were over there in the first place. And Nixon was greatly involved with this, and he was known for his idea of Vietnamization, where he would gradually bring troops home and end the war, making it seem like he was doing something good, but really they were over there in the first place because of him. And then the Watergate scandal was in the movie when Forrest Gump witnesses people breaking in, so he calls security. And this was a political scandal in the 70s. That was a break-in of the Democratic headquarters at the Watergate office complex in Washington, D.C. And it was found out that after this, President Nixon had been bugging the Oval Office and recording conversations of people he didn't necessarily trust. And so after that, he had resigned. So overall, not only is Forrest Gump a really funny and good movie, but it's also extremely informative and includes a lot of American history within it. So, thank you.